Alright, this week we wanted to work with the Olympus Minimite scanner here, basically a rotating scanner, to scan the inside bolt holes of this. This is just a standard that we've had around here for a long time. We're going to use the Olympus Nortec 500 here to do our scan with, and I just kind of wanted to show you how this is all going to set up. So what we've got here is just our regular adapter, looking at the inside of that right there. Okay, and that's going to plug in just like normal up on the top. When we plug that in, okay, we're plugged in. We've got here just the basic scanner. Okay, one thing it didn't do for us was what I wanted it to do, which would be log it. Okay, there it is. I plugged it and unplugged it. It brought me back to my main screen that told me I was going to be using the Spitfire scanner, which I am. Serial number 1456. Okay, and it's what we've got here on the end, 1456. So I'm just going to hit log to verify. So now it knows it's linking up to that scanner. There it is. Okay, I'm just going to go to main. I'm going to erase. Just for fun, I just want to look at this here. Okay, I'm just going to take my probe. I turned it on. You can hear it. Okay, it's off. You can see it spinning down there. And I'm just going to run it down this 3/8 hole here. Okay, I'm just looking here. I'm not necessarily doing anything yet. I'm just looking. So that's all I'm doing is just running it down this thing and back. Okay, just like that. So now we can look at the screen here. We got a bunch of stuff on the screen. Let me get this out of the way. I'm just going to scan down here. So that's telling me that I see a defect. Okay, I got that big huge signal. Okay, I got another one. I've got several of them here. Let's just go to a good hole with no defect. Okay, if I had no defect in there, this is what it would look like. Okay, it would just scan just like this. Up and down, really don't get a lot of movement. We come down here, okay, automatically you see we've got a defect. Just bam, huge signal. But that's really not how we run this thing, okay, at least not how I'm going to run it here. So I'm going to turn the probe off, and I'm going to go to scan, and I'm going to mess with this sweep mode, okay? And that's auto sweep. So you can tell we've got something going on there, but that's not, to me, a very usable screen. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to turn my scanner off. Okay, auto XY, we're not looking at that. I'm not looking at that one. I'm looking at external. Okay, so when I turn the probe on, that's when this thing's reading. Otherwise, it's not reading. Okay, it gives me an RPM. You can hear it running there. Okay, you heard it slow down or speed up. Okay. Just for now, I'm just going to run it on the low RPM. And I kind of want to explain to you how this thing works. If you were looking at this scanner here, I'm going to unplug it so you can see it. If you were looking at this scanner, okay, here's the bolt hole probe, or here's the probe down here. If I turn it 90 degrees like this, and we're looking at this screen, okay, when you're looking at this screen over here, this is going to be 12 o'clock. Okay, 12 o'clock is straight up on the probe here. So if you see a defect come up over here, that means it's straight out this way, okay, from the probe. Over here, a little bit's going to be 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So 12, 3, 6, 9 as this thing goes across here. So that would be 12, 3, 6, 9. Just like that on the probe. Okay, so I'm going to plug it all back in here. Let it retell me, relogging. Okay, go back to scan, sweep mode. Whoops, let me go to external. There we go. I'm on 1200 RPM. I'm going to slow it back down to 600. I just like to do that. Okay, if I had just a good hole, no defects, that scan would look like this. Okay, really not much going on there. Just a sweep line across the center, not a whole lot going on. If I had a defect, okay, this defect just happens to be at 12 o'clock. There it is on my screen. Okay. Oops, if I get in the right spot, right here. Okay, so there's my defect at 12. Now if I just rotate that thing, okay, here's Here's me running it at 12. Okay, now I'm just going to rotate the probe and bring it in. If I rotate the probe 90 degrees, there it is at 3 o'clock. Okay, I'm going to rotate it another 90. There's that same defect at 6 o'clock. Okay, I'll bring it back around like this. There's that same defect over there at 9 o'clock. So, anyway, just wanted to show you that. Okay, so I'm going to scan down. There's my defect at 12 o'clock right here. Okay, first defect in. And then come on down, I got another one. Okay, that's all the way down. I'm going to come up from the back. It's trying to form. It's hard to see sometimes on this one just because it's a small defect. Okay, hold the probe the right way here. Let me give it a little more gas. There it is, right there. Okay, so that I see this defect, but I also see a second defect. That's what I'm looking at there. I've kind of ignored this one now because I know it's there. I've seen it already. I want to see if there's anything else in there, like that guy right there. So that tells me relative size. Large defect, small defect. Okay? And that's the basics of a scanner. Again at 12, and I'm just rotating. We're just looking at the same defect here, but I'm rotating the scanner around, and you can watch it walk across your screen there. If I could hold the scanner in the same spot. Can you watch it move across the screen? Just like that. So, basic scanning. Okay, we got a Spitfire scanner, but basic scanning. You guys can see what it's all about.